Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, a little bit outside my comfort zone. We're going to take this bass track and I'm going to turn it into a finger drum template. Thus why we have the camera set up. And I've been playing with melodics quite a lot and enjoying it. And I quite like to just have something which is my own kind of collection of sounds and samples as a finger drumming jam session. So I'm by no means a good finger drummer at all, but I would like to just go through the process of how I would turn this into the template. I haven't tried this yet and I have no idea how it's going to work. But let's go ahead and give it a go. So I've got a Novation Launchpad here. It's not the Launchpad Pro, which I also have one of because I don't feel like it's necessary. And my train of thought is first get the drums in and then figure out how I want to do the bass. So I would like to have kind of drums and bass on these two pads, but I'm not sure how to get pitch notes. Maybe incorporate the keyboard somehow. But we'll see how it goes. So first things first, let's go to our... we're using Atlas still, aren't we? Do we still have the same samples? No, we don't. So I'm going to have to grab the samples out of Atlas, which is doable. Oh, that's Atlas Mix. So we will open up Atlas here. Let's just bring it down a bit. And let's just grab those and we'll just drag them out into a track in Ableton Live. We'll create a new audio track first. So we'll drag them out. And then let's just go ahead and create a drum rack. We'll call this drums. And I will put a drum rack on there. And then let's populate it with the goods. So just dragging those across. Make sure we have this highlighted. Drag them in. So this should all just work, hopefully. I've been having a few driver issues with my sound card, but let's go to note mode. Yeah. That's cool. Right. I've been tapping away and I feel like for me, if I'm kind of thinking if I have my kick here on my thumb, so the bottom right, and the snare here, the one above it, and I can kind of do the kick and the snare with those two fingers and kind of do hi-hats with these two, and then I can kind of reach out if I want to embellish. Like, I really don't know what the standard is for people who set these things up as. This is just kind of what I've seen as kind of figured out what I think would work, subject to change of course. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I want the kick, which is here, over here, so I should just be able to drag and drop. There we go. And the snare, we'll put the snare here. Then I want the hats to be up here, but I kind of want these to be the same hat, I think. So where's our closed hat? So let's drag that up here and I'll control copy that across so we have the same two. I just realized that me hitting this is probably going to come through the mic and probably kick the sidechain in, so I'm just going to mute my mic while I have a quick play, just so you guys can hear it. Okay, so that's kind of good. It's nice that the velocity is on it already. I think as I move through things, I'll start changing the velocity to add other stuff. So, I mean, you know, straight away we could turn a filter on, have the velocity attached to that. there's a little bit of latency. I can't use my ACO drivers properly at the moment. Let me just bring my sample rate down, or the buffer size. We're getting a few pops. It's a bit easier. Let's just leave it for now. I don't want to muck around with that. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now let's talk about the bass stuff. What am I going to do here? So I think I might assign all of the sounds to... so these currently... Okay, we're in note mode. So let's go to custom mode, where it gives us 4 different octaves. Okay, so there's our drums. That's good. Yeah, so this moves up to the next octave. You can see it here. So this is E2 onwards. And then we have... Okay, this is G sharp 3 onwards. And this would be C5 onwards. So that's cool. So that means I can add my bass sounds into this drum rack. But I don't want to do that. I want them to have their own channels. So I'll go ahead and create a new MIDI channel. It's okay. We can arm them both. And as long as I have blank clip slots on one drum rack, as opposed to the other one which has the drum or the bass sounds. So we'll go bass, push. This is going to be a bit fiddly, but that's cool. Drum rack. So these are our bass sounds. So we'll deal with the sub later. Let's just drag these down a bit. So we've got 4, which is nice. Let's just drag these nice and small. Close these down. Oh, we've got it. Yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff. Anyway. So here's this. So let's go high bass. That's the very first one. Let's copy that down into bass. Put it on, which one do we need? I want it to be on this one, so we'll go for G3. It's going to be quite high. Need to solo it. So straight away, let's go ahead and put a, I know what we can do. If we put a pitch before it, let's assign the pitch to a macro. What I'm going to do is use the keyboard MIDI range mode, which I hardly ever use, but I feel like this would be a good way to get pitched notes so we could still hit the drum and it would retain the pitch of the last note we hit. I think that it will work, so let's test it. So if you don't know about this, it's a bit of a hidden feature. If you have a keyboard which is sending MIDI note data, if you hold a note and then push another note, you can't really see it because of my mic, but anyway, just trust me, I'm pushing the middle C and let go. This is now the range of the notes. So if I turn off MIDI mode, you can see as I go up through the increments, it's kind of spreading them out across this pitch here. So what I would need to do is, so this is 2 octaves, which is 24 semitones. So I need to make sure that this range is 24 semitones. So if we go -36 is the min to -12 is the max, that should give us individual pitch. Yeah, it does. So see, this is -36. And this moves up, and this is changing the pitch of the note which I'm going to input here. And of course we can now use velocity to come through with this. We haven't got it attached to anything yet. So that's pretty damn interesting. I am going to change the range to -48 to -24 so we can get really low. So that's just going down another 12 semitones. So what was that thing? Okay, so now if I solo this track and put arming on as well. Oh no, I need to do this. I can't. I gotta figure this shit out next, but... Okay, Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. So in the next video, I'm going to get the other bass sounds in here and see what we can do.